Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. Clout is a hazardous illness, and it's smarter to be a perfect individual and do things right than to get things done for consideration, like Ruby Rose does. I say this since it shows your real nature, and you're making an effort not to do this for your best goals. For what reason am I asking you? Like, not to put my business out there, but rather it's as of now out there. So I truly don't care a whole lot. Nonetheless, I've discovered myself undermining. So Miss Ruby Rose has been parading her man, all over virtual entertainment. Furthermore, word on the road is that she has a feeling of some sort. What's more, likewise, DDG's better half, Halle Bailey, additionally feels this way. Things began to go crazy when Halle tossed a few underhanded moves at Ruby. Furthermore, assuming you believe that this sounds muddled, indeed, it gets more chaotic than you can imagine, since Halle isn't the sort to have these kinds of unimportant sentiments. So you all better realize the tea is hot on this one. Is Halle truly desirous of Ruby? On the off chance that you didn't have the foggiest idea, you feel me? Ruby Rose used to date. You feel me? What's more, it was seen. Halle was found wearing a Ruby Rose. Old garments, you feel me, and Ruby Rose could have done without them. You feel me? There has forever been discussion about how DDG actually isn't throughout Ruby after so much time. What's more, he could do without that. She has another person. They had a thing back in 2021. However, it didn't end quite well, sadly. Furthermore, it presumably had something to do with the way that DDG was going back and forth about the relationship. In January 2021, he sort of implied that he and Ruby were having a thing when he said, "I'm a beguiling young fellow. I've really liked Ruby before we did that little video, or no difference either way." That wasn't its finish. I'm like, this is simply my approach to getting it going. Yet, me and her, we got what was happening moving on. That video transformed into something greater. However, at that point, a long time later, on Valentine's Day, he denied being with her, saying, "I'm single forever. I don't have a Valentine. I might want to accomplish something decent. So, in the event that there's any young lady who doesn't have a Valentine, let me know." Ruby was so wounded by this that she dropped a remark, saying, "Yowzer." Furthermore, on top of all that, DDG likewise took to his Instagram stories to comedian her expression, "Yowzer. They are attempting to play me in the remarks." DG's got a standing for being somewhat of a savage, and he's no more interesting for being chaotic with his lady friends. Recall that time he attempted to persuade everybody that Halle had undermined him? No doubt, he has a talent for working up a show. Be that as it may, this was all the while humiliating for Ruby. Ruby could have done without this by any means, and the next thing we knew, she posted an image of her and DDG on her story, saying, "I miss him. Poop, crap, poo, poo, poo." However, that was somewhat bizarre in light of the fact that Ruby has never truly been the sort of young lady to guarantee a man who wasn't asserting her. Yet, she approached to guarantee that she had taken her telephone while she was snoozing, and presented the video to make it appear as though she was the one fixating on him. She then put him on Twitter, saying, in a real sense, that he obstructs each rapper in the business hoodums me, like I simply need to make music. Shaking my head, it doesn't really matter to me how another man feels about me. I adored him without a doubt, yet it's simply an excess now. He should be blissful, as I am. He needs to pursue tubes. I'm not an ideal one for him. She additionally said this man was distraught. I would rather not accompany him and take my telephone and post that unusual stuff. In a real sense, he secured himself in a room and took my telephone. He continues to take steps to post individual stuff, yet there's nothing more terrible than the ish I have of him. I don't give a F any longer. No doubt. Let this be it. Ruler, please. They separated not long after this. However, the fact that they were not together at this point doesn't imply that Daddy G was over her since he has been blamed for being hung up on her after the separation. Fans feel like he actually makes them wait for affection for her. Furthermore, despite the fact that Halle doesn't exactly focus on it, various sources guarantee that she has been feeling a kind of way about Daddy G and Ruby. And it deteriorated when Ruby uncovered Diddy G for sliding into her DMs and attempting to connect up with her despite Halle's good faith. On the off chance that you all don't have a clue, I'm alluding to the time that Halle posted a video of herself at DJ's lodging, and Ruby guaranteed that Halle was wearing her garments. She tweeted, "Having your child wear my garments is insane." Furthermore, to make sure we had zero questions that she was alluding to Halle, she circled back to I like Halle DG a crackpot. However, without a doubt, and afterward, she uncovered that they had run into one another at Young Miami's party, and DDG attempted to get with her, saying he was frantic and that I wouldn't return home with him after the Kersha party. DDG then, at that point, answered, "I'm not squeezed over to say supercap. You don't trust anything?" She says she has been stuck on me for a considerable length of time. She hurt. In any case, assuming that there's one thing with which we are familiar, it's that she's simply not the sort of individual to withdraw from a battle until she gives her opinion. So she dropped screen captures of instant messages among her and DDG. In the text, he requested that she connect up, and she answered, "Are you catching up with me? The day you all contend is so you." To which he said, "You are right. Let me go first." DDG then, at that point, tweeted, "She's abnormal and has been attempting to get back with me since I continued on. Subsequently, she hasn't gotten one more man since." Furthermore, another person remarked, "She's bizarre, yet you're still DMing her. Appear to be legit. I feel so terrible for Halle and DDG. Kelly is fine. She understands what's genuine. We were hashed into this present circumstance our days prior. Ruby is simply clout. Pursue it. Indeed, it just so happens." Halle was for sure not fine with the circumstances, and she was harmed by them. In any case, we'll get into that part shortly. Anyhow, Ruby then at that point hit him back with you. "Call me each time you see me with a renewed person talking poo about them. I'm single since I don't play that BS, and that's what you know. That is the reason you went to the quiet young lady who will tolerate it." Individuals were genuinely shaken when they saw Diddy going this way and that with his ex on Twitter, particularly since he as of now has another relationship with the strict Disney princess. It would have been way simpler and less muddled for him to disregard. Also, truly, it would have been way less abnormal for everyone, particularly Halle, in the event that he just let the entire circumstance simply slide. Be that as it may, nah. It seemed as though he was low-key partaking in the show since it implied he actually had Ruby's consideration. Also, I could go on and on all day about him sliding into her DMs and requesting to get together in light of the fact that it's amazingly unusual. It gave the all-out 50 Shades of bizarre and screwed up, and it got more irregular when Halle essentially advised us to mind our business, saying Satan is working. Kindly don't take care of the untruths, particularly from an outsider. Remain favored, everybody. Presently, Halle didn't say significantly more than that. However, as indicated by sources, she felt the same way about the circumstances, since she accepted that the explanation given by DDG went this way and that. With Ruby, he actually cared deeply about her. Presently, Halle has been open about how DDG is her most memorable young lady love, and this makes sense of why she is giving her very best to not detonate via web-based entertainment in view of how humiliating the circumstances are for her. However, at that point, things went in a different direction since Ruby took to web-based entertainment to uncover that she is currently booed up and has a renewed person. She did a delicate send-off when she posted pictures of them making out, and his face was covered up. However, you all can believe the web to do its thing. What's more, it didn't take fans long to figure out that her secret man is originator Dylan London. He additionally took to her Instagram to flaunt Dylan's presents to her on her birthday. Goodness, my lesser, Is that right? It's truly intriguing that not long after Ruby began discussing Herman and his rich gifts, DG began going off about how incredible things were among him and Halle. Presently, he and Halle are exceptionally open about their relationship, yet we don't necessarily get an inside look at things between them. However, at that point, DG began making posts like $300,000 nights out, and I took my rich sweetheart shopping. Presently, this could appear as though it's simply a man parading his sweetheart on the web. Yet as per an insider, he doesn't see it as that. Halle finds it worrying that DG is unexpectedly carrying on since Ruby opened up to the world about her new man. The insider guaranteed that Halle finds it bizarre that DG is attempting to make a statement to Ruby, and Rose finds it peculiar that he actually ponders her. Clearly, Halle finds it odd that DG is attempting to utilize her to make Ruby envious, and she can't sort out why he actually won't give up.